In a turn of events that once seemed unthinkable, Australia has made its feelings toward Prince Harry and Meghan Markle abundantly clear. Thanks, but no thanks. The once-revered royal duo turned Netflix stars and self-proclaimed advocates have found themselves shut out, not just from the royal inner circle, but now from the public favor of a country that has traditionally shown loyalty to the British monarchy. As King Charles III tours Australia, receiving a warm and enthusiastic reception, one glaring absence has caught everyone's attention: Harry and Meghan. Invitations for the self-exiled Sussexes appear to have been lost in the mail, or more likely, never sent in the first place. Australia's clear preference for the traditional, duty-bound royals over the couple who traded royal duties for lucrative media deals and high-profile complaints has become glaringly obvious. The fall from grace of the Sussexes, particularly in Australia, marks a significant chapter in their global narrative. Once they were seen as fresh, modern faces for the British monarchy, poised to bring new energy and perspective. Now, however, with dwindling popularity and waning media attention, it seems that their star power has dimmed faster than anyone could have anticipated. And Australia, always known for its no-nonsense approach, has become the latest country to firmly shut its doors on Harry and Meghan's brand of royal victimhood. The rise and fall of the Sussexes' global appeal. When Harry and Meghan Markle first stepped away from their royal duties in early 2020, the world held its breath in anticipation. The couple had painted a picture of independence and freedom from the restrictions of royal life, and many believed they would thrive outside the monarchy. In their first few months post-Megxit, the couple seemed unstoppable. Major deals with Netflix and Spotify, appearances at high-profile events, and the attention of millions gave the impression that they had successfully transitioned from working royals to global superstars. However, the honeymoon phase of their post-royal life didn't last long. As time went on, their media engagements increasingly focused on complaints about the royal family and their alleged mistreatment. Whether it was through interviews, podcasts, or Netflix documentaries, their grievances became their primary selling point. What started as an inspiring journey of independence soon began to feel more like a never-ending tale of victimhood. Australians, known for their ability to cut through pretense, quickly caught on. The initial intrigue surrounding Harry and Meghan's departure from the monarchy gave way to frustration and disappointment. While the couple had hoped to cultivate global adoration, they were instead met with growing skepticism, especially down under. The numbers speak volumes. Australia's harsh verdict. Recent polls have laid bare the extent of Harry and Meghan's fall from grace in Australia. According to the latest figures, Prince Harry's approval rating has plummeted to a dismal -17. Once one of the most beloved members of the royal family, Harry has seen his popularity evaporate in the eyes of the Australian public. His endless grievances, perceived entitlement, and constant portrayal of himself as a victim have not played well with the famously no-nonsense Australians. But if Harry's numbers are bad, Meghan's are even worse. The Duchess of Sussex, who once brought a touch of Hollywood glamour to the royal family, now sits at a catastrophic -32 approval rating. That's 78 points lower than Catherine, the Princess of Wales, who remains a firm favourite among the Aussies. Meghan's attempts to position herself as a champion of causes like empowerment and climate change have largely fallen flat, as the Australian public has grown weary of a carefully curated brand of activism. Australians are known for their down-to-earth approach and their distaste for what they perceive as self-aggrandizement. Unfortunately for Meghan, her penchant for wordy, often vague speeches about empowerment and her polished public image have done little to win over the public. While she may have hoped to impress with her passion for social justice, the Aussie public has made it clear that they are not buying what she's selling. A country that favors duty over drama. In contrast to Harry and Meghan's downward spiral, the rest of the royal family has maintained, and in some cases, even strengthened, their appeal in Australia. King Charles III, despite initial concerns about his popularity following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, has been warmly welcomed on his tour of Australia. His approval rating, along with those of Princess Anne and Prince William, remains strong. Australians continue to respect the royals who have stuck to their duties and avoided public spats, particularly those who have shown a commitment to the values of service and humility that the monarchy represents. Prince William and Princess Catherine, in particular, remain the gold standard of royal decorum. Catherine, with her quiet dignity and unwavering dedication to her family and charitable causes, remains beloved. In the eyes of Australians, she represents the kind of royal that Harry and Meghan could have been if they had chosen a different path. Instead, the Sussexes have come to symbolize drama, controversy, and, in the words of Spotify executive Bill Simmons, grifters, a sentiment that has clearly resonated with the Australian public. The grifters label sticks, how Australia turned on the Sussexes. The term grifters was famously used by Bill Simmons, a high-ranking Spotify executive, to describe Harry and Meghan after their multi-million-dollar podcast deal with the platform was unceremoniously terminated. While the comment may have initially been seen as an offhand remark, it has since taken on a life of its own. Around the world, and particularly in Australia, the label has stuck. The Sussexes' post-royal brand has increasingly been defined by their ability to leverage their royal titles for personal gain. From media deals worth millions to high-profile interviews with Oprah Winfrey, the couple's strategy has been clear. Monetize their story, and in doing so, keep themselves relevant in the public eye. However, as time has gone on, this strategy has begun to backfire. The more they complained about their royal treatment, the more people, especially in Australia, began to question their sincerity. For Australians, the grifters label feels especially fitting. This is a country that values authenticity, hard work, and a no-fuss attitude. Harry and Meghan's perceived entitlement, constant media appearances, and frequent airing of grievances have grated on a public that has little patience for what it sees as self-pity. The Sussexes' future down under, a door firmly closed. With their approval ratings in free fall and no invitations to join King Charles on his tour of Australia, it's clear that the Sussexes' future down under is bleak. Once viewed as a dynamic and progressive couple who might bring a fresh perspective to the royal family, they are now seen as outsiders, more focused on their personal brand than on any genuine commitment to public service. Australians, it seems, have made up their minds. They are not interested in the Sussexes' brand of royalty, one that appears to be more about cashing in on titles than about fulfilling the traditional responsibilities that come with them. And while Meghan might have imagined herself delivering empowering speeches or posing with kangaroos on a royal visit, the reality is that she and Harry are unlikely to receive any red carpets or star-studded welcomes in Australia anytime soon. The contrast, royals who endure. Meanwhile, as Harry and Meghan find themselves increasingly sidelined, the more traditional members of the royal family continue to shine. King Charles, who has faced his own share of controversies over the years, is now enjoying a period of renewed popularity. His warm reception in Australia underscores the public's respect for his decades of service and his commitment to the causes he holds dear, particularly the environment. Prince William and Princess Catherine, too, remain as popular as ever. Their steady, scandal-free approach to royal life has endeared them to Australians, who see them as the future of the monarchy. In Catherine, the public sees a princess who carries herself with grace and dignity, qualities that many feel are sorely lacking in Meghan. And in William, they see a future king who, like his father, is committed to duty and service above all else. As the spotlight shines brightly on King Charles during his tour of Australia, Harry and Meghan find themselves increasingly on the outside looking in. Their dreams of global adoration and superstardom have crumbled, replaced by a harsh reality. Their brand of victimhood and controversy simply doesn't resonate with the Australian public. Australia has spoken, and the message is clear. They still love the royals, but only the ones who don't treat the monarchy like a cash cow. For Harry and Meghan, the door down under is firmly shut, and there's no reopening it anytime soon.